The history of the 1989 1-cent coin is rooted in the long-standing tradition of the United States Mint producing pennies, a tradition dating back to the country's early days. In 1989, the penny, also known as the 1-cent coin, underwent no significant design changes, featuring the same iconic image of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse side and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. However, despite its unchanged appearance, the 1989 penny holds historical significance within the context of its era, both culturally and economically. From a cultural perspective, the 1989 1-cent coin reflects the values and symbols of American society during that period. The image of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, on the front of the coin serves as a reminder of his enduring legacy as the great emancipator and his contributions to preserving the Union during the Civil War. Lincoln's profile on the penny symbolizes unity, equality, and the ideals of democracy, which remain central to American identity. On the reverse side of the 1989 penny, the depiction of the Lincoln Memorial pays homage to one of the most iconic landmarks in the United States. Designed by architect Henry Bacon and dedicated in 1922, the Lincoln Memorial stands as a monument to Lincoln's leadership and his pivotal role in shaping the nation's history. The inclusion of this image on the penny serves as a visual representation of American patriotism and reverence for its historical figures. In addition to its cultural significance, the 1989 1-cent coin also holds economic value, albeit minimal in terms of its face value. At the time of its minting, the penny was composed primarily of copper, with trace amounts of zinc. However, the intrinsic value of the metal contained within the coin often exceeded its face value, leading to debates about the cost of producing pennies relative to their worth. Throughout the 1980s and into the 1990s, fluctuations in the price of copper and other metals impacted the economic considerations surrounding penny production. Rising metal prices raised concerns about the rising production costs of pennies and prompted discussions about potentially phasing out the coin or altering its composition to reduce costs. Despite these discussions, the 1989 1-cent coin continued to be minted in large quantities to meet the demands of commerce. While individual pennies may hold sentimental value for collectors or serve as keepsakes, their purchasing power in everyday transactions remained relatively low due to inflation and the gradual devaluation of currency over time. In terms of numismatic value, the 1989 1-cent coin is generally not considered rare or highly sought after by collectors, as millions of them were produced for circulation. However, certain factors such as minting errors, variations in quality, or coins in pristine condition may command higher prices among collectors. In summary, the 1989 1-cent coin embodies both cultural and economic significance within the broader context of American history. While its design remained unchanged from previous iterations, the penny serves as a tangible symbol of national identity and historical continuity, reflecting the enduring legacy of Abraham Lincoln and the values he represents. Additionally, the economic considerations surrounding penny production during this time period underscore the complexities of currency management and the evolving nature of monetary policy. The worth of a 1989 1-cent coin, also known as a penny, in today's money depends on various factors such as its condition, rarity, and numismatic value. While the face value of a penny remains constant at 1 cent, the actual worth of a 1989 penny can vary significantly based on these factors. Firstly, let's address the face value of the penny. As of today, the face value of a 1989 penny is still 1 cent. In terms of purchasing power, however, the value of a penny has diminished over time due to inflation. In 1989, 1 cent could buy more goods and services compared to today. As a result, the practical purchasing power of a 1989 penny in today's money is lower than its face value suggests. Beyond its face value, the worth of a 1989 1-cent coin can be influenced by its condition. Coins that are in pristine condition, with minimal wear and tear, are typically more desirable to collectors and may command higher prices on the numismatic market. Conversely, coins that are heavily circulated or damaged may have lower value. Rarity is another important factor determining the worth of a 1989 penny. While millions of 1989 pennies were minted for circulation, certain variations or minting errors may make specific coins rarer and more valuable to collectors. For example, pennies with double dies, off-center strikes, or other anomalies are sought after by collectors and can fetch higher prices. The composition of the coin also plays a role in its worth. Prior to 1982, pennies were made primarily of copper. However, starting in 1982, the composition was changed to primarily zinc with a thin copper plating. Copper pennies minted before 1982 have intrinsic metal value due to their copper content, which can fluctuate based on the market price of copper. While 1989 pennies are typically composed of the copper-plated zinc alloy, certain error coins or transitional pieces may contain higher copper content, increasing their intrinsic worth. The demand for 1989 pennies in the collector's market also affects their value. While some collectors may seek specific dates or variations to complete their collections, others may focus on obtaining coins from specific mint facilities. The Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints all produced pennies in 1989, and coins from certain mints may be more desirable to collectors. In summary, the worth of a 1989 1-cent coin in today's money varies depending on its condition, rarity, composition, and demand in the collector's market. While the face value of a penny remains 1 cent, factors such as inflation, numismatic value, and intrinsic metal content contribute to its overall worth. For collectors, a 1989 penny may hold sentimental or historical value beyond its monetary worth, making it a cherished addition to their collections. The 1989 1-cent coin, commonly known as the penny, is a small yet significant piece of American numismatic history. While its design remained unchanged from previous iterations, the 1989 penny holds both cultural significance and value to collectors. Let's delve into its history and explore its worth in more detail. History. Design. The 1989 penny features the iconic image of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse side. This design, created by Victor David Brenner, has been a mainstay since its introduction in 1909, marking the centennial anniversary of Lincoln's birth. Brenner's design was chosen to honor Lincoln's legacy and contributions to the nation, particularly his role in preserving the Union during the Civil War and his efforts toward emancipation. On the reverse side, the 1989 penny showcases the Lincoln Memorial, a monument dedicated to the 16th President of the United States. Designed by Henry Bacon and dedicated in 1922, the Lincoln Memorial symbolizes unity and democracy, serving as a testament to Lincoln's enduring impact on American history. Production. In 1989, the United States Mint produced millions of 1-cent coins to meet the demands of commerce. The penny, being the smallest denomination of U.S. currency, plays a crucial role in everyday transactions and remains a staple of American coinage. The composition of the 1989 penny reflects changes made in the early 1980s. Prior to 1982, pennies were primarily made of copper. However, to reduce production costs, the mint transitioned to a composition of primarily zinc with a thin copper plating. This change had implications for the intrinsic value of the coin, as the copper content in pre-1982 pennies gave them additional worth beyond their face value. Value. Face value. The face value of a 1989 1-cent coin remains constant at 1 cent. However, its purchasing power in today's economy has diminished due to inflation. In 1989, a penny could buy more goods and services compared to its value today. Nevertheless, the penny continues to circulate widely and remains an essential component of the U.S. monetary system. Numismatic value. While the face value of the 1989 penny is modest, its numismatic value can vary significantly. Factors such as condition, rarity, and demand from collectors influence its worth beyond its 1-cent denomination. 1-condition pennies in pristine condition, with minimal wear and tear, are more desirable to collectors and may command higher prices. Conversely, heavily circulated or damaged coins may have lower value. 2. Rarity. While millions of 1989 pennies were minted, certain variations or minting errors can make specific coins rarer and more valuable. Examples include double dies, off-center strikes, or transitional pieces. 3. Demand. The demand for 1989 pennies in the collector's market also affects their value. Collectors may seek specific dates, mint marks, or variations to complete their collections, driving up prices for certain coins. Intrinsic value. While most 1989 pennies are composed of the zinc-copper alloy, certain error coins or transitional pieces may contain higher copper content, increasing their intrinsic worth. Copper pennies minted before 1982, with their higher copper content, have intrinsic metal value due to fluctuations in the market price of copper. Conclusion. In summary, the 1989 1-cent coin holds both historical significance and value within the realm of American numismatics. Its design pays homage to Abraham Lincoln, a revered figure in U.S. history, while its production reflects changes in coin composition aimed at reducing costs. While the face value of the 1989 penny remains 1 cent, its numismatic and intrinsic worth can vary based on factors such as condition, rarity, and demand from collectors. Whether as a symbol of everyday commerce or a treasured collectible, the 1989 penny continues to hold a special place in American coinage.